Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimmy, and I've recently taken up drinking. How are you doing, Frank?
That's funny.
Watching Raw these days, you have to drink to get through it.
Why do we keep doing it? It's
I don't know why we keep torturing ourselves, Frank. We could we could probably watch a National Geographic show about flies fucking, and we would probably get more enjoyment out of it than watching this shit.
You know, I was thinking the other day. There's 52 Raws in a year. Maybe there's 7, 8 really good Raws. And I mean, maybe there's 10 okay Raws, and I mean the rest is just garbage. It's unwatchable.
But do you know what's funny, Frank? Some people think that because they have a few good shows, it makes up for all the bad things.
I mean, it's like that's how they get we get sucked in. It's like hoping.
See, like, okay, it's like having an abusive relationship, and your husband only hits you 25 weeks out of the year.
Yeah, and it's like, maybe, we'll have a good day, and then you have that one good day, and then it's like...
You think, oh, my marriage is finally going to go good, and then he punches you in the face and rearranges your jaw.
And it's like, oh, it'll get better again, again.
But Frank was mentioning something to me during our break. Frank, would you care to elaborate on on what you were saying, piggybacking on our first segment, and then we'll cut that out, cut that off?
Yeah, I was about Daniel Bryan. It was, it's like the WWE has like the built-in excuse now. It's like, in a way, it's like their wishes came true. Now it's like, it's like now the fans can't say anything because they could say, "Oh, see, we gave him, we made him win twice at WrestleMania, and he got hurt. It's not our fault." I don't know. It's just.
It seems too perfect for them, doesn't it?
It almost seems like a storyline. It seems like a storyline. If you didn't know anybody, it seems like a bad storyline where they keep screwing over.
To me, it's so far beyond the point of absurdity that, you know, certain people can get injured every year and they maintain their spot and they're not over. But a guy that's massively over can get hurt and he gets depushed.
And I want to know. I want if he actually has to get stripped. What happens then when he comes back? They're going to be in the spot then. If he comes back without the belt and he's still popular, what's going to happen then?
They don't care about who's popular anymore, Frank. We're not living in like Nick Durst says. We're not in the past anymore. This is like Nick said. Never question Vince McMahon.
Why would you question Vince McMahon?
I'm sorry?
Why would you question Vince McMahon?
Because according to Nick, Vince is always right.
In 1997, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Scott Hall, they questioned Vince McMahon.
Yes, they did. But, you know, well, as far as the Daniel Bryan thing goes, you know, I love the guy. You know, I really don't know what's best for him anymore. You know, it's really not up to me or anyone else to decide what's best for him, whether it's to recover, retire, go elsewhere. Only Bryan Danielson knows what's good for Bryan Danielson.
He's not going to retire.
No, I know. Listen, you get a few schmucks here and there that say, "Oh, he's going to retire." If having 1 or 2 injuries was enough to retire your ass, so many
injuries have nothing to do with each other.
I know, that's my whole point. And a lot of people misconstrue the idea that the injuries are related, and I keep trying to explain they're not. They're completely separate. But because some people, unfortunately, much like the WWE, they want to see him fail because some people are just trolls. They enjoy seeing the fans squirm. They enjoy seeing them unhappy. You know, I don't know why, Frank, you know.
It's because they want to feel like they're right, because they'll say, see, WWE was right all along.
And I don't understand why they would want that, because the WWE is against them at the end of the day.
WWE knows better than the fans.
You never know more than your consumer. First rule of business.
Vince McMahon, you had Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac. They questioned Vince McMahon. They were the ones who convinced him to make the WWE mention.
Well, problem is they forget history. It's like JBL when he was talking a few weeks ago when Roman Reigns got chokeslammed on the roof of the English car. He said, "Oh, I've never seen anything like that before in my life, Michael." And I'm just sitting there scratching my fucking head and saying, do you not remember SummerSlam when The Undertaker chokeslammed you through your own limousine? Are you that dumb? Or is the WWE that stupid that they think their fans are that, forgetful?
Yeah, you're not supposed to remember anything past wrestling.
It's just so the little things like that are just so insulting to my intelligence, and it annoys me. It absolutely annoys me, and it infuriates me that they think that we're stupid. It's like they're openly driving the bus and we're all in the back. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Frank was touching up on something before we had to cut to break about the WWE Network having issues. Frank, please elaborate on that further for our viewers.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but last night it just kept every 5 minutes it kept freezing, and I kept hitting the 10-second rewind. That's gonna help. It was keep freezing, and I have good internet. I have Verizon Fios. I have a strong laptop, so I really don't know what the hell that's all about. I mean, it has to do with their servers. Their servers are inadequate.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you watched the show here, it only skipped once or twice, and the rest of the night the feed was actually pretty good, surprisingly.
I don't know. It must be because they're so overwhelmed by subscribers.
Please excuse me for the yawning, ladies and gentlemen. No, but that's one thing they're going to have to clear up in the next 6 months is the skipping.
And I've heard from other people too. It's the freezing. Every time there's a pay-per-view, it freezes and freezes and freezes. It can't just be one person. That's a lot.
Can I honestly say that I'm dreading a lot of these call-ups from NXT?
The what?
Can I honestly say that I'm dreading a lot of these call-ups from the NXT roster?
Yeah, of course. It's a hit or miss. It's 50-50.
Not because I don't think they could survive on the main show, but because I don't think that creative will know what to do with them.
Yeah, especially if they come up all at once.
Guys like Hideo Itami, guys like Finn Balor, guys like Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Those are the main four that I'm concerned about that are down there right now. I think Finn Balor should be an instant superstar the second he comes on the scene. He should only break out the body paint on special occasions like the Big Four. Other than that, he shouldn't be wearing it. Do you think Hideo Itami should be allowed to use the GTS since he invented it?
Of course.
And while we're on the subject of moves, because I do agree with you on that assessment, what is your assessment on the banning of the curb stomp?
I think it's just more PG shit. They're scared that kids are going to imitate it, and it's a dangerous move. If you don't know what you're doing with it. But I mean, come on, what's next? I mean, let's ban the bulldog.
Want to know something, Frank? In about 10 years, WWE's not even going to be wrestling. It's not even going to be close to wrestling. You're going to have a formal debate in the ring, and whoever blinks first loses.
Yeah, something like that. Well, it's okay. I mean, eventually, sooner or later, when people stop watching and people stop showing up, they'll be forced to do something.
Oh, please. I look forward to... And I said this earlier on at work to a friend of mine. It shouldn't take all the fans walking away for you to put on a good show. Because they're there, you should want to put on a good show. Especially if my product is the kind of product that goes through valleys where there are times it's good and there are times it's bad and there are times it's good and there are times it's bad, and these people stick around to help you, and they stick around to be loyal to the product, and you don't repay them with a good show. To me, that's like saying, hey, I'll borrow money from you, and then you slap them in the face when they ask for their money back. But I don't know what you thought of Extreme Rules, Frank. But the first 50% of that show was fucking great. And the last
guys who could wrestle actually wrestle.
Adrian Neville had a great showing against Wade Barrett in the place of Daniel Bryan. The tag title match was fucking great. I mean, I can't say enough about Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. To me, Cesaro should already be a main eventer. Tyson Kidd should be the Intercontinental Champion. But you notice you never hear me talk about those two anymore because they're not over, or at least up until last night in Chicago they were. But last night they were massive.
The fans last night were
behind them. They were behind them
for the swings. But they again, if you remember last year, Cesaro was told not to use the swing anymore.
Well, that's what happens. You become popular, become great on your own, and they strip you away from all the things that made you popular in the first place. The exact opposite of how it worked in the territory days. Because when Macho Man came over to WWE from Memphis, he was the Macho Man already, didn't have to change shit about his character. The only thing he changed was he got himself a manager, which was just television shit.
I don't know. It's like right now, WWE's like a bizarre world. It's a bizarre universe. Everything is upside down.
No, I know what you're saying. It's just, I'm falling asleep here. It's terrible. But I'll tell you another thing. Ziggler and Sheamus, pretty damn good match.
Yeah, that was. I knew that the ending was going to get screwed up with the Kiss Me Arse.
Yeah, but you want to know something? They got me invested in that match, and I fucking enjoyed it. I was amazed. And I'm sorry I skipped over it, but fucking Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose, man, my God. Those two.
They did something different. They kept driving away from the arena. I wish they would have showed them fighting like throughout Chicago. That would have been cool.
No, it would have. But you want to know something? For what it was, I fucking loved it.
I mean, again, does it cost that much money to have a camera guy follow them and a camera crew follow them? And just
probably not. They're just lazy, Frank. That's the problem. You have a lazy creative team with an out of touch old man in charge. There's only so much Triple H can do. As much as I don't care for the man Paul Levesque, much as I think he's an egomaniac who thinks his shit don't stink and he doesn't really listen to the fans. You look at the NXT product, and you see the guys that he's buying off the fucking independents. In a way, he does listen because these are all guys that made their bones on the fucking indies, and now they're killing it down in NXT.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't take much to pick out the most popular guys on the independents.
No, I understand that, but he's also protecting them down there, which is important.
We'll see what happens.
The latter half of the show, I hated. The Divas match was garbage. The Cena-Rusev match was garbage. The Roman Reigns Big Show match was garbage up until the last few spots. And the match with Rollins and Orton, to me, was very underwhelming. In fact, their WrestleMania match was way better, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think something's going to happen next month with Lana. I think Lana's going to turn on Rusev. What's that? You getting there?
Rusev is dead if he loses Lana.
And I think they're going to because Lana's over with the crowd, and you could see last night. You could see something's going to happen, and of course that'll be another excuse to win. I could picture this that Lana's going to say I quit when Rusev instead of Rusev saying it, and that'll be the final straw for Rusev.
Yeah, probably will be. Think about this. That's another. Think about this.
That was pretty good.
Think about this, Frank. That's another young, promising career down the tubes, 3 in a row to John Cena.
Yeah, but the Roman Reigns Big Show match. I guess a lot of people had low expectations of that. That match was pretty good. I guess it was okay.
For me, what I say is this: when the crowd is chanting JBL during your match, that's their way of saying. That's their nice way of saying we don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's because nobody wants to see Roman Reigns in the Big Show. They've done it over and over again.
Which is why the match shouldn't have even happened.
Yeah, it's like, and that's another thing I noticed. Since Payback, not Payback, since what the hell was it? The pay-per-view after Royal Rumble, we've had the same matches over and over.
Yep, that was Fastlane.
What's that?
The pay-per-view after the Royal Rumble was Fastlane.
Yeah, we've had pretty much the same matches. It's Cena, Rusev, Roman Reigns, The Big Show, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton. Oh, God. And now we're going to get the same thing again next month.
God fucking mighty.
It's right there. They're showing the same match with different stipulations.
And now the main event of Payback is going to be Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. Honestly, the only person in that match that I want to see win is Rollins. Because Reigns, to me, he's not ready to be the champion. Orton's had 11 times to be the champion, so he shouldn't be winning anything at this point. So, honestly, I have to see how the card shapes up for Payback, because if that's how it's going to be, and it's going to be a weak card, then I'll be able to skip it, and I'll be able to spend my night doing something else. Because now that with the network, you could afford to miss certain things.
Well, it's going to be predictable. Roman Reigns is not going to get pinned. Something screw's going to happen that allows Rollins to pin Orton.
There you go, and that's probably what it'll be. Jesus Christ, I'm just so out of it. Don't mind me. I've worked all day. I'm doing it tomorrow.
Okay, so if you want to wrap it up,
No. I don't have to wrap it up. You don't have to wrap it up. What else were we going to bring up? Because I think we covered a lot of shit already. Something I did bring up off camera. The Money in the Bank briefcase this year is going to be a hot topic. Who do you see winning this Money in the Bank this year?
It's got to be Dean Ambrose, I think. I don't see anybody else. It makes the most sense because he's unpredictable and he could just haunt Seth Rollins all throughout the summer and the fall. I'm not saying that he's going to cash in and win, but I think it'll make for good TV.
See, that's the thing with me, Frank. If it makes too much sense, then they're not going to do it. Because so many things in the last few months would have made sense. And they didn't do any of them. Dean Ambrose winning the Money in the Bank briefcase would be total irony, because what did he do to Seth Rollins the last few months? He made sure he didn't cash in as much as he could until, Bray Wyatt interfered, and then he kind of forgot about it. I guess wrestling Bray Wyatt gives you a memory loss. Maybe that's what happened with The Undertaker. He forgot that the streak was broken, so that's why he's not talking about it. I'll be honest with you, Frank. If I had the power, I'd fast forward and just get to WrestleMania 32.
Wait 1 second. Who you did, what about King of the Ring?
Oh, yes. Dumbass that I am. The people that are left in the King of the Ring tournament are Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Adrian Neville, and Jesus Christ, who's the other participant? I know it's Adrian Neville, Sheamus, Wade Barrett. Who's the fourth person? So, Jesus, who's the fourth person? Oh, R-Truth. Dummy that I am. I could see it coming down to Wade Barrett and Adrian Neville, and I hope Adrian Neville wins, because to me, the three people that I did not want to see win won. Sheamus has no business winning King of the Ring. He already did it. Wade Barrett's damaged goods. Why would you put the King of the Ring tournament on him is beyond me. And as far as R-Truth goes, he is old. He had his time. I know it seems a little too soon for Adrian Neville, but you want to know something? Sometimes too soon is good.
I would say either it's got to be Ziggler or...
No, Ziggler's out.
What do you mean Ziggler's out? He lost already?
Yeah, he lost already, thanks to Sheamus. And so did Ambrose.
I guess they're going to go with Barrett, probably.
Which makes absolutely zero sense. I do not want to fucking see Wade Barrett win that match.
Well, it'll be probably like a little entertaining watching it be King Barrett. He could be Maches and stuff like that.
Wow.
I mean, it's either him or Neville. I don't see anybody else.
I really do not want to see Adrian Neville get beat for something like that when he could benefit from King of the Ring.
It'll probably be Barrett and Neville in the finals. But yeah, I would suspect that Barrett will probably beat the King of the Ring. Just entertainment purposes, that's all.
To me, Wade Barrett has no business being King of the Ring because he's already had his chance. King of the Ring is a way to launch somebody into superstardom. Look at Austin. Look at Austin. Look at Triple H. Look at Brock Lesnar. So many great examples.
Neville in there. Make Neville King of the Ring.
Yes, you can. the king of high flying, the king of gravity, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, as long as it's not a stupid Mighty Mouse bullshit thing. Oh my god, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking call Finn Balor Fergal Devitt, whatever the fuck that they were throwing around.
Oh my god.
I mean, really, just yeah, that's another thing that annoys me, Frank. When the WWE used to scoop these guys up from other promotions or whatever, they didn't change their shit up. Chris Jericho, was he really any different than the Chris Jericho he was in WCW? A wise ass who could talk and could back it up. No.
When came out, it was exactly the Chris Jericho from WWE.
When WWE got Randy Savage from Memphis, was he any different? No, he was the Macho Man, Randy Savage, same fucking guy. You know, only certain people, when you take them, you repackage them. Like when the WWE yanked up Mean Mark Callis, and they turned him into The Undertaker. That's a perfect example of a guy who needed change, and that change fit him to a T.
Yeah, that was one of the few that they actually hit on.
Oh, hell, you're gonna like this example. Steve Austin was the same Steve Austin he was in ECW as Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Essentially was the same guy. Essentially was the same guy, cutting the same
but
type.
They actually didn't. They actually changed it from when he was in ECW. They changed it. They gave him that stupid ringmaster. He wasn't allowed to speak. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, if anybody would have been him do those promos in ECW, you'd say, "Hey, this guy's really good at talking." And so what do? He comes in and you tell him he can't talk.
See, the problem is, and Daniel Bryan suffers from the same fate, because if you've seen any of his non-WWE promos when he's building up a match, the fucking guy is good.
Yeah, that's why he's as popular as he is now. Not only is he a great in-ring worker, but he's something about him when he's on the mic. He connects with the audience.
And ultimately, that's really all that matters. You know, you could have him. Frank and I love our wrestling. We love good wrestling, but both he and I admit. And Frank, I'm sure you'll back me on this. You could have 1,000 different moves in your arsenal, but if nobody cares when you come out, then those 1,000 moves have no meaning.
Yeah, look at the original Sin Cara.
But
you could hop around 10 feet in the air, do somersaults.
But if nobody cares, that's...
Yeah, you have to be. You have to have something. Yeah, people want to connect with the character. They want to live vicariously through the character.
And I think that's why Bryan's as over as he is. But if you talk to certain people, they'll tell you, "Oh, he's not over at all. It's just the yes chant." That's still going on, Frank. That's still going on.
I said that a million times. In the beginning, I said, time will tell. Time will be the true test. That was 2013, and it's still going on. So it's not just the yes chant. It's him.
I've been saying that for a long time, and every time I said it, I was told I was crazy. Just like all the other... Just like all the other times that I said, "Oh, they're holding it." I said it last year at the Rumble. "Oh, they're holding him back. You're just crazy. It's all part of the plan." And I'm sitting there scratching my head saying, "Really? It's part of the plan? Then why did he join the Wyatt family? Why wasn't he in the Rumble? Why didn't he even compete?" I'm sorry, guys. I keep going back to Daniel Bryan, and I'm sorry if I do. I know that's annoying some of you. I apologize, but the fact of the matter is, it's a travesty. And
last year, Batista was supposed to go on and main event WrestleMania and win the belt. And it's fact. They changed plans because of the crowd reaction, the crowd uprising. It's fact. It's been stated.
You talk to certain people, it was the plan from SummerSlam 2013 for Bryan to win the belt at WrestleMania.
No. Again, I said it again. SummerSlam, when he beat Cena, that was supposed to be his crowning moment.
Yes. They didn't want to give him any more than that. He was just a placeholder until Cena came back.
Right. They were just going to give him... Yeah, right. They were just going to give him his moment, and then that's it. He lost right there, and then so that way, when Cena came back, he could go over on Orton.
It annoys me that when the truth is staring people right in the face, they just fucking ignore it. I can't remember the last wrestler who had 5 different sports teams doing their thing when they score and when they win. This fucking guy's become... I mean, can the case be made, Frank, that Daniel Bryan's become a cultural icon?
Not a cultural icon, but he definitely broke out to the mainstream. When you have in arenas all over the country, people doing the yes chant, know, that stuff is not just the yes chant, it's him. It's because it's inspirational. It's all about the character, the underdog. He overcomes it, and it's yes, 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 yes. That's why they do it at the chant at arenas, because the team is down, and then they come back, and it's just like Daniel Bryan comes back, and they do the yes chant.
I'm hoping that we get some good things going in the future with this stuff, because honestly, the last few Raws have been painful to watch.
I don't see anybody doing Cena chants at hockey games.
I love when you actually state things as they are, Frank. Because when I state them, they're like, "Oh, that guy's fucking crazy." You know me as well as anyone, Frank. Am I fucking crazy?
No.
There you have it, folks. It is what. Listen to me. This is how I'm gonna put it. Because apparently there's this label on wrestling fans that anyone that complains about a fake sport, they live in their mom's basement, they have no life, they have no girl, they have no job, this, that. I've worked at the same job for 7 years. Never been sent home, never been suspended, nothing. No disciplinary action. I'm engaged to be married to a beautiful fucking woman. I have a loving family. I pay my bills. I think that because I work so hard, because I work 5-6 days a week, sometimes I have no day off for almost a week. Like right now. My next day off is probably going to be on... my next day off is when I have class. So technically that day off isn't even a day off. I break my ass. Academically and at my job at the hospital. Anyone that knows me knows I work crazy hours because, I got things I got to take care of, like everybody else does. So I feel I'm entitled to have a hobby. Wrestling is my ultimate hobby. I love wrestling. I love pro wrestling. It's fucking... When it's good, it's fucking great. But when it's bad...
People are going to say, well, if you hate it so much, why do you keep watching? It's because you can be good. It can be great.
Frank, you just hit the nail right on the head, my friend. There's a reason you're my co-host.
I mean, it's like...
I'm a New York Mets fan. I'm used to failure. Seeing the people I like fail. But the Mets have been playing fucking good. And if they play the way they've been playing, into the All-Star, past the All-Star break, they're going to make the fucking playoffs, Frank. And I know you and I discussed this off the air last week.
That's a good analogy. You're a fan of a sports team. And they lose year in, year out. Well, if you complain so much, stop watching them. No, you watch them, and you root for them, and you love them because you're hoping for that day when they become good.
Yeah. Here, I'll give another example. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. New York Islanders, but what does it say on it? Yes. 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 I, tonight, tasted my first bit of New York Islanders failure for a season. We lost tonight. We were defeated by the Washington Capitals, and we are not going to the fucking playoffs to beat the shit out of the Rangers like I hoped. Am I going to give up on the Islanders? Fuck no. They are still my team, and I'm still proud of them for making it as far as they did. Am I pissed that they got eliminated in the first round of the fucking playoffs? Yeah. And I'm going to catch a lot of shit when I go to work tomorrow because of that fucking team. I've been catching shit for the Mets since I'm 5. I'm going to be turning 25 in about a month. I've been a fan of the Mets since I'm 5, so I've been catching shit for that fucking team for 20 years. I've been catching shit for being a wrestling fan for 20 years as well. And it is my belief, and I don't know what everybody else thinks, but this is my 2 cents, I'm putting it in. I think it takes a lot more to watch something you can't stand than to watch something you like. I think it takes more effort to sit through something that drives you fucking batty than to watch something that you enjoy. I've watched the Mets get slaughtered, sometimes 12-0. I saw the Islanders get beat last week 5-1. I think it was 5-1 the score. I should know because I watched every fucking game this season. I'm a little hot because I'm still pissed that they lost. But you don't just fucking throw in the towel because you're not getting your way. You keep fucking demanding what you're worth, especially when it's entertainment. Most people don't understand that when it's entertainment, the fucking audience is the ultimate master. You know, when I go to a circus, let's say I don't know, for any of you that have actually been to the Big Top before, if you ever seen a circus, the fucking, the person that runs it doesn't tell me what I'm supposed to like. I let them know, hey, I really enjoyed that bouncing act on the wire, but I really didn't care much for the elephant tossing the fucking ball from his nose. No. You're the fan. You tell the entertainers who you like. And I think that's the best thing I could tell anyone who's a little stuck on that. Don't let anyone If you like John Cena, don't let me or Frank deter you. If you hate Daniel Bryan, don't let Frank or I deter you. You continue to like and hate whoever you want. That's the whole point of this show. That's what Talk Wrestling with Jimmy and Frank's all about. It's us stating our opinions and hoping to get some feedback. We do get feedback on the page, and we want to get more. And when Frank and I go podcast, when a lot of the shit I'm dealing with at home, eases up, we're going to get even more viewers. And I can honestly...
I don't even have, per se, a favorite wrestler. Maybe, I guess, right now, Brock Lesnar would be my favorite, but I don't have, a favorite wrestler. I just like the whole product. I just want to see the whole product be entertaining and go in the right direction.
And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, Frank. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If anything, I applaud you for not, being selfish and having a favorite, but just wanting to see the whole product be better. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong with wanting the product to be better? What's wrong with wanting what you're worth, what your money is worth? I mean, Frank, am I wrong here?
No. I'm going to say it again until I'm blue in the face. How interesting would it be if Cena did turn bad and he did align with not even the authority, but he just became an outlaw? How it would be must-see TV to see what he was going to do next, to see him actually fight somebody,
Well, Frank, that's a question that I'm hoping we can answer in our final segment, which is not going to be as long as segments 1 and 2, but hopefully that is a question we can answer in the next and last segment.